Welcome to Maine Public News Connect, original news stories from Maine Public Radio, airing weekly in Spanish, French, Portuguese, Somali, and English. Today is Friday, November 18th. I'm your host, Ari Snyder, and here are the week's top stories. Democrats in Maine emerged from the election last week with continued control of the governorship and both chambers of the state legislature. Maine Public's chief political correspondent Steve Missler said Democrats' wins come despite some speculation that Republicans could make gains at the state level this year. Missler said that concern about abortion rights could have been a motivating factor for Democratic voters after the Supreme Court overturned the constitutional right to abortions over the summer. Missler also said that Republicans' efforts to blame Democrats for inflation and high energy prices appears not to have translated into support at the polls. Mana Abdi and Decca Dalak made history as Maine's first Somali American state legislators, but they were not the only immigrant candidates who won their races last week. Portland City Councilor Pius Ali, who is from Ghana, won re-election, as did Westbrook City Councilor Claude Reganje, who is originally from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. In Brewer, City Councilor Suban Pantai, originally from Laos, also won re-election. The Maine Immigrants Rights Coalition, which cannot endorse specific candidates, said they were, quote, thrilled to see more elected officials from Maine's immigrant communities. Officials in Portland are worried that the end of federal rental aid will make it even more difficult for the city to provide housing for asylum seekers. At a city council meeting on Monday, interim city manager Danielle West said close to 900 households in Portland rely on emergency rental assistance, including many asylum seeker families. Kristen Dow, Portland's Director of Health and Human Services, said about 50 asylum seeker families who are staying in hotels have received eviction notices as rental assistance ends. Dow said she is advocating for the state government to step in to provide coordinated assistance for asylum seekers. Officials at the University of Maine system say declining enrollment could lead to tough budget decisions next year. On Monday, the university approved plans for some of its schools to use federal aid and reserve funding to make up for lower enrollment revenue this fall. But some school officials say those extra funds are limited, and says the economic outlook for the university is uncertain. Fall enrollment is currently about 5% lower than it was last year. For Maine Public News Connect, I'm your host, Ari Snyder. Thanks for tuning in. You can watch for free on Facebook, YouTube, or mainepublic.org, and on community access television across the state. If you enjoy the program, feel free to like, comment, and share. You can sign up for direct links to the videos in your preferred language through our newsletter and WhatsApp groups. New episodes and newsletters are available every Friday. We love to hear from you, so as always, feel free to reach out with any thoughts or story ideas. See you next time. Maine Public News Connect partners with wonderful groups across Maine committed to providing access to important news and information for all. We'd especially like to recognize the Maine Immigrants Rights Coalition, PresentMaine, the Congolese and Angolan communities of Maine, Amjambo Africa, Catholic Charities of Maine, the Greater Portland Immigrant Welcome Center, Portland Adult Education, the Portland Office of Economic Opportunity, ProsperityME, the Maine Health Access Foundation, and the Maine Humanities Council for their support and efforts. Maine Public News Connect has been made possible by individual supporters, businesses, and foundations from across Maine, and especially by cPort Credit Union, Hannaford Supermarkets, IDEXX, Koo and Patricia Yuen, MaineHousing, and the Samuel L. Cohen Foundation. Thank you for your significant support. Maine Public News Connect is made possible by Koo and Patricia Yuen, committed to bridging cultural differences in our communities.
Juntos. Ensemble.
Warajir.
Junto.
cPort Credit Union. Together.
At MaineHousing, home is comfort. Home is key. MaineHousing is here to help make homes warmer, safer, and more affordable for Mainers. Visit MaineHousing.org for a full list of services.
Hannaford Supermarkets, celebrating the diversity of its employees, customers, and communities, and committed to fostering a welcoming environment. Together, they're greater than groceries. Learn more at hannaford.com.
If you would like to support this project, please contact Corey Morrissey at 207-232-0241.